the feeling start. I put a wall around my heart, but you're breaking it down. It falls to the ground, 'cause I had lost what you just found. The noise all around, I'm drowning it out, like we're the only ones in the crowd. 'Cause you save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now. Save me now. fire burns as the feelings start. I put a wall around my heart, but you're breaking it down. It falls to the ground, 'cause I had lost what you just found. The noise all around, I'm drowning it out, like we're the only ones in the crowd. 'Cause you save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now, save me now. Save
Okay.
Well, hello! Welcome to The Ram Show. It is Sunday, March 22nd, 2020. We are going to try this. I think this is going to work. Okay, please speak.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Well, I can hear you through there. Advanced audio. Oh, monitor. Nope. Mic 2, monitor and output. Okay. Wait, hang on. Oh, okay. Now try it.
Hello.
Hey, I can hear you. Cool. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. We are still working some things out here. Holy mackerel. Let me adjust the level on this a little bit here. No wonder I've been so loud the last couple of weeks. Okay, so... Where are you? So Zach is not here this week. Let me get this going here. So we've got Joe with us this week. Joe, hello, welcome to the show.
Hello.
So Joe has been on the channel before for Nerd Fun and the such. And let me we need to adjust some stuff here. So we're doing Joe a little bit differently than like what we would normally be doing with some of our stuff here. Normally me and Zach talk through a different system. That will not work for me and Joe because, well, Joe just has really, really crummy internet. So, anyway, but I need to make a note about something because your levels are really, really low and I need to adjust them. And, so I built this awesome, nice desk here, right? And I'm still way too loud. But I built this awesome new desk here, and I still can't find half the things that I'm looking for in it. Let's see. Okay. Make myself a nice little note so that I know how to adjust things later when I need to. Let's just turn your audio up a little bit. Okay, now try talking.
Okay, let's try it now.
Oh, much better. Much better. Okay. So, okay. I'm going to turn myself down just a little bit more here. Okay. Actually, we could probably get away with that right about there. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, welcome to the show. Is everyone surviving the apocalypse, I guess? That is happening right now. So, how you told me you've been going crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, tell me for those of that for most of our viewers don't know. So Joe lives up in the Twin Cities, same place Zach does. Zach is apparently like MIA. Where are you at, Zach? Isn't everyone supposed to be like on lockdown right now or something like that? Anyway, so not quite sure where Zach is. I'm sure we'll get a message from him in a moment. But anyway, so as I was like, hey, we don't have anything going on. Or like, normally, the world is not on like, lockdown and things like that. And so I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this would be, a great time to add some more fun into the show and bring Joe on to have him be a part of the show with both me and Zach. But no, that is not going to be a thing. It's going to be the me and Joe show this week. But anyway, that's okay. We'll get through it. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. So yeah, don't worry, Joe. You're gonna do great. So anyway, basically, you're just here to kind of give your opinion on things. So, but yeah, so welcome to our show. So, here is what is on the docket this week. Well, I would tell you if I had the document open. I did, and now I don't. Oop, wrong folder. Anyway, so yeah, so for those of you who don't know, so Joe works, where, oh yeah, okay, so Joe works in the entertainment industry, at, well, like a racetrack kind of thing. Don't actually say where you work. Please don't do that. But anyway, so yeah, you work in the entertainment industry in like racetrack kind of thing. Because you guys don't, well, I guess there could be some gambling involved there, I guess, couldn't there?
Yeah.
So yeah, a little bit of gambling. But what do you mostly do? You work in the food service industry there, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit. What have you experienced? What's new? Like, yeah, I guess. What does the last couple of weeks look like for you?
Well, it's been pretty. I mean, it's been pretty boring. I mean, I've pretty much just watched a lot of TV, Netflix, and read a lot of books, played some guitar, and that's about it. And exercise a lot.
But like at home, not at the gym.
No, I exercise. I have a treadmill here at home.
Yeah, exactly. Because like everyone is supposed to be on lockdown there. So
Yeah.
anyway, so basically, like all non-essential businesses are like pretty much closed. They're supposed to be closed. So we are where I work. Not Tech Beam Media, although we have had our own set of interesting things coming out of all this. We've been doing a lot of, especially for like my church, been doing a lot of like extra tech stuff. So we're live streaming our masses now, so we had to get all that stuff set up, which we had a lot of it set up ahead of time and things. We did a renovation project a couple years ago, and so we had all that infrastructure in place, but it's something that we've been improving over the years, and so anyway, that's all in place, ready to go. So that's what we've been working on, ramping some of that stuff up, making some changes, doing some other work. But yeah, so anyway, there's that. But my primary employer is still open, and so I work in the retail space, but our particular company has been, I guess, designated kind of as like an essential business. So because of some of the products that we sell. So yeah, that's been good. So it's for right now, I've got a job still. I feel for all the people who don't. So what, I guess now you're in a different situation because you're still young, you live at home, you've got the support of, family and things like that to keep you going. You don't have a ton of bills, no rent, things like that. But I guess, are you like technically laid off right now?
I guess, kind of. Pretty much, yeah.
So, like, is there any, like, you're not getting, like, I guess, what's your company doing? Are they giving you guys any pay or anything while you're, like, technically off? Or are you just kind of like, SOL?
I mean, I guess I am getting paid for 2 weeks, and pretty much that's it. Then I'm SOL.
Okay, so you're getting paid for 2 weeks. But, like, again, you're in, like, a different situation than a lot of other people are, where, you're still at home, things like that, so you don't have a ton of bills to have to worry about and things. So, that's good. But
Yeah.
there are a lot of people who don't, and it's really sad. But there's a lot of good that I think people are kind of, or that's showing from this whole situation that's happening right now. So, We'll see. This is our new normal for a while, and there's a lot of unknowns, but hopefully we'll get through it. And we're here to give you some entertainment, which is what we're gonna do. So we are gonna get into our tech topics for this week here, and yeah, what do we got? What do we got on deck this week? So streaming quality for certain apps has been degraded. We'll talk about that. GameStop is closing. But we'll talk about why are we talking about GameStop other than the fact that like they're a game company and we're a tech channel, and the fact that they're closing, like whoop-de-doo. There's some interesting stuff related to that we'll talk about. Our Microsoft news staple of the show, AT&T, and why they are considered a essential business. We'll talk about that. And this would have been a great one to talk about with Zach. I'll have to carry that one. Some new AMD mobile chips have come out. So anyway, yeah. And so with that, let's roll our intro. And into the tech topics we go. So anyway, yeah, let's start with this the streaming quality stuff here. So Amazon and Apple are reducing streaming quality to lessen the broadband strain in Europe. Joe.
I wonder.
Well,
probably because everybody is stuck at home. Obviously.
Yeah, so are there people at your job who are working from home if they can?
Yeah.
So, following in the footsteps of Netflix and YouTube, Amazon has announced that it will also reduce streaming quality in Europe, basically in order to lessen the strain being put on broadband networks there. Apple tells The Verge it too is reducing streaming quality in Europe for its TV Plus platform. They say, we support the need for careful management of telecom services to ensure they can handle the increased internet demand so many people now at home full-time due to COVID-19, a spokesperson told The Guardian. Prime Video is working with local authorities and internet service providers where needed to help mitigate any network congestion. And that's the thing. When you add a bunch of people to the network, you get network congestion. And that slows things down. I'm sure we've all experienced that before.
Yep.
So, anyway, so Amazon is currently reducing bitrate speeds in Europe, but it's continuing to monitor the situation in the US and other countries around the world. The company's ready to take action elsewhere if broadband problems call for it, The Verge has learned. Now, Amazon Prime has more than... This is kind of interesting. 150 million subscribers around the world. I don't know if I feel like that number should be higher or lower.
For some reason, I feel like it should be higher, but...
Zach, by the way, still has not gotten back to us in terms of what he thinks, or why he's gone this week. But anyway, so yeah. So yeah, Amazon is currently reducing bitrate speeds. Oh yeah, I just read that. Okay. So Prime Video is available in more than 200 countries. Amazon spokespersons told The Guardian that this includes Europe, where we've already began the effort to reduce streaming bitrates whilst maintaining a quality streaming experience for our customers. I guess I thought that Europe had a better internet broadband backbone, but I guess maybe they don't. So, or, I guess maybe if they're talking about all of Europe, then there might be way more people. I'm not good with numbers. I don't know. There might be way more people in Europe than there are here in the States. So, that could also be. But, a lot of our internet service providers have gotten rid of data caps and have kind of increased their speeds a little bit, which you talked about last week, which is interesting because all of a sudden, now that COVID-19 is a thing, apparently companies can just, all of a sudden we have all this extra bandwidth to share. And it's not going to cost anything extra. Which is like, okay, but what about the rest of the time? Anyway, that's interesting.
No.
Anyway. So, yeah, Apple's decision to reduce streaming quality on Apple TV Plus in Europe was first spotted by 9to5Mac. On its November 3rd launch, Apple's streaming service was commended for its high bit rates, but today 9to5Mac, or the other day I guess I should say, 9to5Mac observed a degradation in video quality that was very noticeable. Broadband stream will continue to be a concern as more people are required to stay at home to curb the spread of the novel coronavirus. Or novel coronavirus. Novel? I don't know. Anyway, okay. The coronavirus. COVID-19. Nielsen is estimating that people staying home can lead to almost a 60% increase in the amount of content we watch, in some cases, and potentially more depending on the reasons. How much extra streaming have you been doing since you've been at home, Joe?
Yeah, a lot more.
Right, exactly. We are creatures of, we get bored. And today more than ever, we already consume a lot of content, but we consume even more of it when we're stuck at home trying to figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So
I've come to realize that I've checked social media and stuff a lot more, and I'm like, why is my phone dying so quickly all of a sudden? I'm like, oh, it's because I've been on my phone literally all day long.
Well, but so here's the problem with like scrolling through like Facebook and like Twitter, and it's like coronavirus.
Yeah.
I'm looking for ways to escape it, I guess. And like it's a thing. It's around. You have to be cautious of it and aware of it. But I think having a mini escape is not necessarily a bad thing. And that's part of what we're trying to do here on the show. So, anyway. So, yeah. But that increase in people watching stuff means that streaming services like Netflix and Prime Video, and other platforms like YouTube and Twitch, and online gaming will all affect bandwidth speeds that we have. More people trying to fill up that pipe, or more people filling up that pipe. That's on top of the strain that comes from people working from home and students using video conferencing tools like Zoom to participate in online classes. That's what I'll be doing on Monday. I will be on Zoom for 2 hours in class. You know what's really awesome about this whole coronavirus thing, though, is that my commute to school has gone from like 30 minutes to like 30 seconds. Actually, it's less than that. It's like 5 seconds, and it's from my bed, which is behind me, to my desk. And then I log on to Zoom, and everything is good. And, yeah. So, but, and it means I can get up a lot later, too. No more 6 o'clock. No, 7 o'clock rolls around. Okay, I better get up, and then I have class at 8. But, I can sit here in my sweatpants. Which, I mean, I could go to class in sweatpants already, but, I feel much better about it sitting here. Curled up in the dark, with my cup of coffee and, whatever else. So, but yeah. So that's a thing. But yeah, so moving on. GameStop will temporarily close all storefronts to customers. Now, GameStop is temporarily closing all of its U.S.-based retail locations and moving to delivery only, starting on March 22nd. So today, the company announced, in an abrupt reversal for the company, which just a few days ago was, get this, Joe, defending its decision to keep its stores open because they were calling themselves an quote-unquote essential business and was instructing staff to ignore coronavirus-related lockdowns.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah, so GameStop claims it's an essential, it is essential retail to remain open amid coronavirus shutdowns. What does this say? Let's see. GameStop is instructing its retail employees to keep stores open even in the face of local authorities who would seek to shut them down over the coronavirus-related lockdown. GameStop is working diligently during this unprecedented time to provide our customers and associates with the safest environment possible. The safest environment possible is for you to well, maybe not necessarily shut the doors, but like a lot of companies are going to like curbside pickup.
Yeah. I mean, what the?
So that was in a statement that they posted on Thursday. We are implementing changes to our retail operations so that we may continue to provide essential products to our customers that allow them to stay connected and provide products that allow businesses and consumers to work remote. Wait, what? Okay, let's break this down real quick here. We are implementing changes to our retail operations so that we may continue to provide essential products.
What the?
What? Okay, come on. Okay. Yeah, people are going to be cooped up in the house and are going to be looking for something to do. But a game console is not an essential product.
No.
Unless they're selling rolls of toilet paper that just magically happen to find their way to their doors.
Unless they're going to buy up all the toilet paper and start selling it there.
Right, exactly. Your game consoles, I'm sorry to tell you this, they are not an essential product.
Oh.
Will they give you some comfort maybe during this whole pandemic? Yes, but they are not an essential product. And my favorite part of this, and provide products that allow businesses and consumers to work remotely. What do you mean? Last time I checked, you can't access your network from an Xbox.
Yeah, like what?
Okay. So, anyway, that is a thing. GameStop says it is instituting multiple social distancing practices in its stores by allowing 10 people in at a time. Okay, fine. Reducing its store hours. Okay. A lot of places are reducing the store hours, but that's because they're trying to clean and things like that, which is great. Rolling out a delivery at door policy. Okay, not bad. So that customers can pick up orders at the retail location. Suspending trade-ins until March 29th. Okay. A lot of people are going through April, but let's see. And postponing all events and midnight launches and disabling all in-store game stations. I mean, some of the things that they're doing actually make sense. Other things do not. Yeah, instead of instructing its retail employees to stay home, GameStop also says it is providing all our stores with the necessary supplies to disinfect materials, necessary supply of disinfectant materials and hand sanitizer, and only allowing employees to remain home if they are sick and are experiencing any flu-like symptoms. The problem with the coronavirus thing here, though, is that you may not show symptoms right away, and you're still contagious. That is part of the problem with this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why this whole social distancing thing is supposed to be taken so seriously. Full disclaimer right now, me and Joe, we are more than 10 feet apart. We're in totally different states.
Yeah.
I am in, and that's how it works. Even if Zach was here, we would all be in our own little places. That's how this show works. The thing is that I am in a completely different state than either Joe or Zach. So our show is always virtual. I'm always the only one in this room when we do a show. Actually, for the most part. There was that one time that Joe was actually here in Iowa and here in the room, but that was a long time ago, and coronavirus is not a thing. So, anyway. But, yeah. So, we're practicing social distancing here at TechB Media. Okay. So, yeah. So that's the thing. So, now GameStop CEO George Sherman said in a letter to customers that it will temporarily stop customers' access to storefronts and would be processing orders on a digital-only basis. So now we're moving back to them now saying a couple days later, okay, yeah, here are the steps we're going to take. Customers can use the GameStop app or QR code at its stores through future purchases. Though future purchases will be given to customers via curbside pickup at its retail stores or through e-commerce deliveries. In a letter obtained by Kotaku. Okay, I think so. Sherman said that GameStop will provide 80 hours of extra paid time off for eligible employees, while employees not able or eligible for additional PTO will receive 2 extra weeks of pay. This news comes only a day after the company announced that it would close all of its California retail stores following an executive order issued by Governor Gavin Newsom, amid the coronavirus or the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so apparently GameStop is an essential business. The more you know, I guess. The more you know. Moving on with our show, it is time for Microsoft news. And Microsoft is teasing a new Windows 10 UI in video celebrating 1 billion users. So Microsoft Windows 10's operating system passed 1 billion active users earlier this week. Well, yeah, that's because you shut down Windows 7.
Yeah, honestly.
But, it's taken them this long to get there, and I think the final push may have been, oh, hey, we got to kill Windows 7.
Yeah.
Microsoft tried a lot of things. We know you want Microsoft, or not Microsoft. We know you want Windows 10. So, anyway, yeah, shove it down people's throats. So Windows 10 operating system passed 1 billion users earlier this week, and the company's now marking the occasion with a video that teases new features and UI changes. Because, Microsoft just can't leave well enough alone. Oh, hey, you're enjoying using Windows 10? It's pretty good? Let's change it! In an Instagram video from Windows and Devices Chief Panos Panay? Why do these people always have weird names? Why can't we have a normal name like John Smith? Anyway, Microsoft has revealed it's pushing ahead with changes to the Windows 10 Start menu. Oh, great. Let's screw with the Start menu again, because that worked so well in Windows 8. Windows 10 Start menu that will see the company de-emphasize its live. Oh, okay. This might actually be okay. Do you use any of the live tiles, Joe?
No.
The only live tile I have is the weather one that's here. Actually, okay, I take that back. The calendar one is a live tile too. But, okay, that one kind of makes sense, and, maybe the weather one. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway. So, I keep losing my spot. So Microsoft is planning to reduce the color of the blocks of the tiled interface on the start menu to simplify it and make it easier to scan for apps. Okay. This is shown in the video alongside what appears to be some spacing changes to how live tiles are displayed. Okay. Let's see here. Pull this up on the other screen. Let's see. So, let's take a look at this. We'll use that one. There we go. Oh gosh. Okay. So far I don't hate these changes. That wasn't bad. I mean, interesting, I guess. Oh, hang on. I forgot to mute this, apparently. Oh, I just got a message back from Zach.
Oh boy.
Isn't everyone supposed to be on lockdown? Question mark is what I said. Yeah, great time for a family function. Sorry. I have to send Zach a message back. LOL, this time you would have had a good excuse to get out of it. Anyone who knows Zach knows he's not really into like big, family functions and get-togethers and things like that. So, anyway. Yeah. So back to this. Microsoft also appears to be working on improving its fluid design system in Windows 10 with more modern context menus and even a new Files app. Okay. We've been waiting quite some time for a modern take on Windows Fire Explorer. Windows File Explorer, and this video teases that one is coming soon. It also includes many of Microsoft's changes to the Windows icons that the company has been rolling out recently. Built-in Windows 10 apps are gradually being updated with new and colorful icons ahead of the bigger effort to modernize the OS with Windows 10X for dual-screen devices like the Surface Neo. Oh, yes, that disaster. Maybe not necessarily disaster, but Windows 10X will be interesting. The teaser video comes just days before Microsoft plans to unveil consumer subscriptions for its Microsoft 365 service during an online event on March 30th. Of course. Oh, good old Microsoft, always trying to promote Office and other Microsoft apps. Microsoft is expected to bundle Office, Microsoft Teams, a password manager, and some general consumer-focused features into a monthly subscription. Oh, great. Microsoft Teams, everyone's favorite instant messaging system. Not. I'm sorry, Microsoft. We will always stick with Slack. Anyway, we're not expecting to hear anything about Microsoft's upcoming Surface Book 3 or Surface Go 2 plans at this event. But there will likely be some news on the company's plans with Windows for 2020 and beyond. Microsoft is holding its Build Developer event online this year, like everything else, where we'll hear more about Windows and Windows 10X for dual screen devices. Okay, well, we'll see what kind of disasters Windows 10X is going to present to us. But, yeah. Moving on, AT&T gave California stores talking points to explain to law enforcement while they're open. Now, I don't know if I necessarily, I guess, do you consider AT&T to be an essential business? I don't know how I feel about this one. I feel like you can call somebody on the phone. But AT&T sent a notice to its authorized retail companies in California with instructions for how to handle potential questions, including from law enforcement about why they were remaining open during the COVID-19 pandemic. Describing it as best practice only, the guidance sent Thursday is to be used in the event that any official, individual, or groups inquire about why the AT&T store is open. So on Wednesday, AT&T said it was closing 40% of its retail stores across the country, with all stores closing on Sundays and the rest open for modified hours. That decision applied to AT&T's company-owned retail stores, however, not the ones privately owned and operated. Okay? It's hard to get owner-operators to do what you want sometimes. Although, you can threaten them with, this is going to be part of your franchising agreement, and I don't know how the legal stuff works on that, but I'm sure they have anyway. So, yeah. So, a number of states have issued orders requiring all but essential businesses to close down. AT&T is arguing that it qualifies as an essential business as a critical communications provider. Okay. Under Department of Homeland Security guidance, the company also provides technical support at its retail locations for first responders under its FirstNet program. See, this is where I can maybe see this one being okay. Unlike Gamestop, who apparently, sells critical devices for you to connect your home and work networks. Just saying. A number of states have issued orders requiring all but... Okay. So our customers and first responders find the service we provide in our retail locations invaluable, especially at moments like this. Of course, AT&T still can't help you make a reliable call without it dropping. Ooh, yeah. A company spokesman said in an email to The Verge, because of the evolving circumstances and guidelines for social distancing, we're balancing the need to serve the public in our retail stores with the health and safety of our customers and our employees. AT&T says it was told by the DHS that its retail stores provide essential services that are critical to the public's ability to communicate during the current emergency. There is truth to that. Especially like first responders and things like that rely on the network to be up and running and things like that. But I don't know. I guess maybe the stores don't necessarily need to be technically open. You could do like what banks are doing right now and have like office hours. Or not office hours, but like by appointment only. There are ways to mitigate what's happening. If a store is visited by local government officials or police and they are asking why we're open during the shelter-in-place order, the letter instructs workers to explain that AT&T is an essential business providing essential services and show them the printed copy of the attached letter. If they have further questions, please engage your management team. Okay. The spokesperson added that all AT&T retail workers have received instructions about social distancing and personal hygiene, and stores have posted signs reminding customers of the CDC's best practices. Store workers have been asked to clean their hands and wipe down doors, devices, phones, and surfaces after each customer interaction, and to wipe down the entire store every 2 hours. Okay. I'm just thinking about all the phones and stuff that is on display in those stores. I mean, think about it. You walk in there and the thing's like Christmas.
Oh, but then you think how many germs are on them?
Exactly. Well, how often do those things get cleaned in the first place? You know, this whole and here's what's going to happen. So this whole coronavirus thing is going to make us think more about like disinfecting stuff, and then after it's gone, we're all going to go back to our normal ways, and we're not going to think about it. But like, think about it. Like before, you go to the store, you go use the card machine. You're like, yep. Put your numbers in there, go on with your day. Like, you didn't think anything of it, did you?
No.
Now when I go to the store, you know, if I'm at the grocery store or something like that, and I use the pin pad, I'm like, okay, when was the last thing this was cleaned? So, yeah. We are aware of various guidelines, and in some cases, orders that set out requirements for businesses and individuals to follow during the COVID-19 pandemic. According to the memo to stores, AT&T is committed to adhering to those requirements while also providing essential services to our communities. Quarantine orders have spread across the U.S. over the past week. California Governor Gavin Newsom issued a statewide shelter-in-place order, which limits the businesses that can remain open. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf issued an order Thursday for all non-life-sustaining businesses to close. And on March 13th, AT&T told employees to start working from home, but the order didn't apply to workers in its retail stores or workers who install equipment for... What? Okay. The retail store workers being there, that's one thing. People are coming to you. But retail stores, workers who install equipment for customers. No! No business should be going to your home in this time and installing equipment.
Yeah, exactly. No. What the?
And then I read stories like this, and it makes me wonder how smart some of these these telecommunication companies really are. They will stop at nothing to make a dime. No! Best Buy sent out a message that said, hey, by the way, here's the thing. We're not coming into your homes. We're not installing stuff. If you want us to deliver something like a TV or a fridge or something like that, we'll bring it to your doorstep, but that's as far as we're going. And then we're out. We're tapping out. We're gone. And that should be a thing.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Like, again, it's different if somebody wants to come to your retail establishment and, like, walk in because they're willingly coming in. But you should not be... And I guess the thing is that people are going to invite you into their homes, but, like, come on. It just shouldn't be a thing. So, anyway. AT&T previously suspended its arbitrary broadband caps in response to the coronavirus pandemic and has signed onto the FCC's Keep Americans Connected pledge. I love this pledge right here. Keep Americans Connected pledge. Where has this pledge... Where has this been? Like, okay, this is like the complete opposite of... Oh, wait, the Keep Americans Connected pledge. You know what that sounds vaguely familiar to, Joe?
What?
Oh, I don't know. Net neutrality!
Oh, yeah.
You know, that thing that Ajit Pai got rid of? And then Ajit Pai is like, oh, by the way, now in the midst of this coronavirus thing, we need to keep Americans connected. Pledge thing.
No.
What? Oh, vowing not to disconnect subscribers or change late fees during the outbreak. Like, it has some different, writing and stuff in it. But essentially, it's like, oh yeah, like, let's get rid of data caps for a while and things like that and keep everyone connected. Yay. But it's like, okay, so you've got more people on networks now. working from home, putting more strain on the networks, and yet somehow we're still magically able to make all of this work without increasing our prices. Oh, and the networks are fine? Oh. But as soon as this coronavirus thing is over, they're going to be like, no. We all of a sudden, even though there's less people using the network now, we all of a sudden just can't support the number of people that are on the network. We got to raise prices.
Yeah.
Ah, man. I don't get it.
Secretly jack up the rates after this whole thing.
Yeah, they will. They're like, okay, everything's back to normal. We'll jack up your rates again.
No.
Oh, man. And this is the thing about, like, telecommunication companies, where they're like, we can't lower the prices because that'll stifle our innovation and the networks are just going to get too congested and we don't have the bandwidth. Yeah, you do. Oh, man. Okay. Moving on. We were going to talk about the new AMD mobile chips that came out. That's not going to happen. There's just not... yeah, sorry. Here's what we're going to go with. We're gonna go with this. Xbox Live went down for the second time this week, Joe.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, Microsoft's Xbox Live service went down for the second time this week. Issues first began popping up sometime after 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday.
Yeah, I seen that. I was trying to get on there. I'm like, why is this not working?
Yeah, Down Detector indicated sharp spikes in users reporting connection problems, and Microsoft later confirming on Twitter that it's experiencing issues while matchmaking, party chat, and looking for groups. Well, more people are looking for things to do. They're overwhelming the servers, probably.
Yeah.
On Sunday, Xbox Live experienced a similar outage that lasted more than 2 hours. That was slightly more serious, with users reporting issues signing into Xbox One devices. Microsoft's Xbox Live status page currently said there are still issues with the social and gaming portions of the platform. Now, roughly 10:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Microsoft said it had resolved the issues around matchmaking and party chat, but it did not say if it had fixed looking for groups. Unfortunately for Microsoft, it was a rather inopportune time for its multiplayer gaming service to suffer another outage. There are millions of people in the U.S. right now practicing social distancing and being asked by local governments to stay away from public spaces. Now that bars, restaurants, and other core social institutions have ceased operation in response to the coronavirus crisis, that means there are quite a few people playing video games and staying in touch with friends online in the process. Or at least in the case of Xbox users, trying to do so.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anything else you'd like to add, Joe?
No.
No? I knew that you weren't going to be, like, super, like, commentative on this show, and that's okay.
Yeah, I know.
You were
Sorry.
here to... No, it's okay. Totally understand. Like, it's really your first show. You did great. Thanks for being here. That's all I can say. It was fun. But, but it must come to a close. So, anyway, Zach should be back next week. Maybe we'll get Joe to join us again. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so, yeah. But with that said, thank you for joining us. If you liked, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Get subscribed down below if you haven't done that already. Turn on the bell for notifications, and we shall see you, hopefully, next week. Goodbye.